Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's just get right down into it. This is the mid-week wrap-up where we talk about main event and NXT. And if you don't watch those things, you're nothing but a bitch pigeon.
Yeah. Like, why aren't you watching NXT? What's wrong with you?
Even main event.
It's like the coolest thing going on.
Since main event.
Like, it's the best thing in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
But we have to start with the main event.
We start with main event. That's like the hors d'oeuvres. Then you move on to the entree.
We opened up main event with Rusev.
Roasted bitch pigeon.
Rusev roasted bitch pigeon.
No, that's the entree. It's the roasted bitch pigeon.
Oh, right, okay. Well, no, the entree in this situation is NXT.
Exactly.
That's not a bitch pigeon.
No, well, we eat you bitch pigeons who don't watch NXT.
Anyway, Rusev and Summer Rae come out. Rusev pretty much scolds Summer Rae for, giving into Dolph Ziggler's, going into his locker room a couple weeks ago on Raw, and then actually accepting the gift that
Summer.
that he left for her on Raw.
What you doing?
But mostly he's mad at Dolph Ziggler, and he plans on getting revenge on him at Night of Champions this Sunday. But he would end up going against Jack Swagger. This is a match we've seen on multiple occasions.
Even on pay-per-view.
Yeah. Actually, they had a match last year at SummerSlam. It was the flag match. This storyline's been going for a year strong now. We've seen it a few times, but the good thing about these two guys is they're physical. They're able to keep up with each other, and they've got good chemistry.
Yeah, well, they know each other from working together periodically for the last year.
Yeah.
So they should be able to put on a halfway decent match by now.
Yeah. And there was a few times we actually thought Jack Swagger was going to pick up the win in this one.
Yeah, he had the ankle lock three different occasions.
Exactly. And it was like the second one, Rusev kept trying to get to the ropes, and we're like, is this going to be it? Are we going to see just Rusev completely decline here? But the third attempt of the Patriot Lock, Rusev was able to drag himself towards the apron, actually pulled the apron into the ring, and while the referee was trying to get it out, he was able to roll over and poke Swagger in the eye. As he got up, he hit Swagger with a super kick, put on the accolade, and got Jack Swagger to tap out. So, good heel tactics by Rusev.
Yeah,
well done.
I'm poking.
Well done. Then we had Zack Ryder versus Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas came...
Bottleless.
Bottleless?
Bottleless.
That sounds like a god.
It is. He's the god of believing.
God damn it. Bo Dallas comes out and lets us all know that he's Bo Strong because he survived Suplex City. Oh, Jesus Christ. That needs to stop.
No, it's Bottleless, not Jesus Christ. It's the new god.
Sorry, wrong god. Bo Dallas, Zack Ryder. Two guys that we've also seen go against each other quite a few times.
And two guys that we like to sing the praises of a lot because they're good.
Yeah, they're very good in the ring, and it shows in this.
On the mic.
Zack Ryder was in control for most of this match. Was really ramping it up towards the end, and actually hit the broski boot.
Knocking Bo Dallas all the way out the ring.
But that actually ultimately cost him the match because he goes out, tosses Bo back in, and as he's trying to get back in the ring to probably set it for the Rough Rider, Bo Dallas is able to hit him with a knee, then picks him up, hits him with the elevated neck breaker, and picks up the win.
Total anarchy.
God damn it. You're going to... But then, our main event, we had the Lucha Dragons taking on the Ascension. Neville and Stardust in their respective corners. Very good match. This was really entertaining. It's nice to see that the Ascension, though the Ascension didn't win this match, they didn't look like jobbers in this one.
Yeah.
They were firmly in control for most of this. But Sin Cara and Kalisto, Kalisto and Victor had a great back and forth. Just some great counter versus counter stuff during the match. Some great stuff. Sin Cara was on point. Lots of cool dives. Hitting the double moonsault on both members of the Ascension. Just overall really fun. And there really wasn't any interaction until the end on Stardust and Neville's part.
Yeah, which was good.
They let those four guys really do what they needed to do in the match.
I want to say I'm super impressed at the ability of the Lucha Dragons to do things simultaneously.
Yes. Yeah,
like
they're
a perfect, exact, simultaneous head scissors.
Yeah, they did.
And then they both do the dive into the arm drag on the floor.
Yeah, and it's all just perfect timing on those guys' part. The end, we come, after Sin Cara has gone on this run, he's taken out both members of the Ascension. Even with Victor getting the blind tag, he was still able to take advantage and really have the momentum on his side. Kalisto ends up getting tossed out by Connor, which then Sin Cara then disposes of Connor, and we're thinking, okay, so
Royal Rumble.
That's what you thought.
Yeah.
Because he thought he was...
I was like, hey, if this is the end, man, Sin Cara or Victor going to WrestleMania.
to fight Seth Rollins or Sting, whoever wins on Sunday.
Or Sheamus, if he cashes in and wins.
Why would you say that?
I'm just saying, my perfect WrestleMania would be Victor beats Sheamus for the title.
This leaves Sin Cara and Victor in the ring. Stardust ends up getting up on the apron, trying to cause a distraction, but he gets pulled down by Neville, and then Sin Cara goes back to face off against Victor, does a tilt-a-whirl into a small package, and picks up the win for the Lucha Dragons. So, great match. I'm excited for the 6-man tag on Sunday, because not only this match specifically was great, we know that Stardust versus Neville can be great, and I'm excited to see what all 6 guys can do. And they're the kickoff show. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to the idea of, like, these guys are going to hit, like, a fever pitch during their match because of how fast they are.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of really quick people in that match.
Yeah, Connor is going to be the slowest person, and he's still pretty quick for a big dude.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, okay, they're going to set the stage to where the Shield versus the Wyatts 6-man tag is going to have to be like, we're going to try and top these guys as a 6-man tag.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's for Roman and Dean and whoever their partner is and the Wyatts.
See, and I think that's going to lend itself to that match, is there's still that hype of who's going to be the third person.
I'm just saying, though, like, don't let the kickoff show 6-man tag out, do you guys?
That's true. You guys are.
We don't know how Braun is going to do in a environment like an actual.
I can't imagine.
Match
I can't imagine he's going to be very involved. I think Luke is probably going to run most of the match because there's still the rumors that Bray Wyatt is working hurt.
Yeah, Flair said it on an interview 2 weeks ago.
So
Bray Wyatt's nursing an injured shoulder.
Yeah. So we could see. We could see Bray Wyatt actually, maybe take the brunt of most of the attack, and then like Luke gets the hot tag. So, anyway, that's for Night of Champions. Let's start talking about NXT. We're keeping the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic going. We've got the return of Bayley. We got all kinds of stuff. But we opened the show with what apparently was supposed to be a match between Tyler Breeze and Adam Rose. Adam Rose coming out saying he's going to poop all over NXT.
Big steaming piles of poop everywhere.
But before the match can kick off...
Talk about, like, 6-year-old humor.
I know, right?
For promos in WWE.
Yeah. But before the match can start, Bull comes out and starts, telling Tyler, hey,
I miss you, man.
Nah, that's not what he said.
We were so close.
That's not what he said.
For that one match.
He didn't say that.
And we were like besties. And we could have been the champs, but you turned your back on me.
Opposite that, what he really said was, you probably didn't expect to see me out here because, you thought that, your attack on me last week was going to keep me down, but, I'm here, and, it's,
I want a match with you, son.
There was, it was, what happened was an accident, but what I do to you tonight is not going to be an accident. You're going to wish it was because I'm going to beat you down really bad. And Tyler says, no, the only accident was us being paired together. Oh, and then there was another one. It was the day you were born. And, oh shit.
But what he's actually referring to is the day that Bull Dempsey was born, somebody burnt some toast on accident.
What?
Well, there's an accident the day he was born. Somebody accidentally burnt some toast.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't actually referring.
I was not sure where you were going.
He wasn't actually referring to the death of Bull Dempsey. on the day he was born.
This is getting weird.
I know. Some Twilight Zone shit's happening.
So
I'm shrinking, by the way.
You need to stop that.
This cushion is just going lower and lower.
Tyler ends up, saying, "Hey, I'm supposed to be having a match here, and you're ruining it." And Adam Rose is like, "Yeah, you should just leave. We're
We're in the middle of pooping on things."
Yeah, pretty much. And Bull is just like, "All right, well, you know what?
It's like, poop on this, bro." And he starts beating up Adam Rose.
Yeah, beats up Adam Rose. Bull Dempsey. There's a new air about him, and it's great.
Bullfit.
Yeah,
does wonders.
Apparently it makes him extra funny. He was mocking Tyler by doing the relaxation pose over the top turnbuckle, and there's all kinds of stuff. But he ends up challenging Tyler Breeze to a match next week, and Tyler accepts.
Yeah, so a selfie video.
Yeah, that was funny. But our first actual match of the night was Ty Dillinger taking on Martin Stone, the perfect 10 Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger.
You wanna tell everyone your addition to that stable?
Jericho. Ty Dillinger Jericho.
All right. Ty Dillinger has some great technical prowess. This was really good. They did a lot of technical wrestling.
They did.
Martin Stone had some good physical offense, which was great. Ty is super over, and I love it. He really gets into the crowd participation. He ends up beating Martin Stone with his Nita Temple code breaker. I'm not sure what else to call it.
You know what I call it?
I'm gonna say, I don't know, maybe a perfect 10?
It's a perfect 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that same 10 card every single time he's on TV.
Right. Yeah, great work by both guys.
Even after he drops the 10 gimmick.
That probably won't happen.
Nope.
Ty Dillinger looks awesome. I'm excited to see him do more. Rhyno and Corbin get a little backstage interview.
They're like, we ain't scared of Ciampa and Gargano.
No.
They're little pansies, and we're going to eat them.
Yeah.
And then poop them on your party.
They're going to join Adam Rose? That is a fucking weird-ass stable. Adam Rose, Rhyno, and fucking Baron Corbin.
I can see it, though.
You can see some weird shit.
I see dead people.
Well, yeah. We got Roddy Piper over here. Undertaker is over there. Doink. Chris Benoit. I'm not sure what's happening up here. But
What? Oh, Chris Benoit is over there, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't even know. He's looking down. He blends in with the belt.
Yeah. So next week we're getting probably the fastest debut.
Yeah, it's
we've
not
ever
often
had.
you hear somebody get signed and then immediately boom shows up.
But Kana, now being known as Asuka, is debuting next week. A really cool, simple little vignette. They pan over from kind of the LED board of the NXT arena, swerves over into the ring, and there's a woman standing there with the porcelain mask. Takes it off. The color then brightens up in the frame, and then it goes to her name. This is so cool. I love the simple stuff that they do. We're already getting her started on the roster. Please kick the shit out of Dana Brooke. I am so ready for that to happen.
Speaking of Dana Brooke, she cut a promo.
Yep, I didn't write that down. We're not going to talk about it. Up next, we had Apollo.
Emma was there, though. Emma was there, and Emma is hot. Especially when she wears the dark colored makeup. For some reason, it just really brings out the hot.
Yes. We had Apollo Crews taking on Solomon Crow.
I'm going to freaking grow myself real quick. Okay, here we go.
Apollo Crews, Solomon Crow, good friends. If you follow either of them on Instagram, they take a lot of pictures together, hanging out at the shows and whatnot.
Solomon Crow was even involved in Apollo's little training vignette.
Yeah. Just great chemistry between these two since they are so good friends. They probably work together a lot. Solomon Crow playing the heel, and really, like, I felt for him. Like, he had so much going for him, and then it didn't really pan out, and then they like tried to change things up, and he came back, and so he was constantly doing this thing where he kept saying, "This is my time. This is mine. This is for me," and Apollo Crews is getting all this attention, but he's the new guy, and you and I were talking about how there are rumors that people are starting fights at the Performance Center with the fact that all these indie stars are getting
pushed past the people who are training.
Yeah, the developmental guys who are WWE grown guys are being kind of stifled by this new influx of indie stars.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if that was kind of the inspiration for this, for the Solomon Crow Apollo Crews thing, because Solomon Crow has been a thing on NXT for a while, and now Apollo Crews has been in for less than a month, and he's getting all this TV time, all this press, and nothing is being talked about Solomon Crow. So it really added to it. And Solomon Crow, extremely physical in the match, a couple really vicious clotheslines.
Well, I mean, he's small, but he's double tough.
Yeah. And Apollo
Not
Crews,
somebody to screw with.
Apollo Crews jumping all over the place, just flips and
Clotheslines,
and
nip
big
ups.
old drop kicks and everything. Just a great match. And still a lot of really good technical work in this one as well. Solomon Crow ends up being the victim of the gorilla press into the moonsault, and Apollo Crews picks up another win. I'm wondering if they're going to keep going with Solomon Crow as a heel, or maybe it was just kind of a thing because he was going against Apollo Crews. I guess it really can't hurt him. I mean, he doesn't have anything set that he's doing right now, so. Alright, so now we have a Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic update, because we had two other matches over the past weekend at live shows. We had the Hype Bros advance over Alexander Wolf and
Noah Kakoa.
Noah Kakoa. Originally, it was supposed to be Marcus Louis, but apparently he got pulled out, and now Noah Kakoa was the new tag team partner of Alexander Wolf.
I'd pull out if I was Marcus Louis, too.
That was weird. They have now advanced, and they will face Gable and Jordan. And we also had the Vaudevillains advance over Blake and Murphy, and they will face the Mechanics next week on NXT.
Dear Lord, Jordan and Gable, I like you guys enough already, but please beat the Hype Bros.
Specifically, beat the fuck out of Mojo Rawley. You can leave Zack Ryder alone.
Yeah.
But, Zack's going to get hurt, I'm sure. But all right. So then we had Gargano and Ciampa say, you know what, Rhyno and Corbin can, they can look right through us if they want, but that's kind of an insult to us because, people didn't think we were going to make it past the first round, and we did. And, we've earned our keep. Being in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic isn't an accident. This is happening, and we're going to move on to the next round. So now we have this match. And this match was awesome.
Very well done.
I enjoyed it.
I really didn't expect the fact that Rhyno and Corbin are such big dudes.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see that much offense on the part of Ciampa and Gargano. But the first 3 minutes was Ciampa running through both of them.
Yeah, Ciampa started off with a chop battle against Rhyno.
And won.
Yeah. Kicked his ass. Baron Corbin comes in.
Toss Rhyno out of the ring. Gargano comes in, dives on Rhyno.
Yeah.
Corbin comes in the ring. He gets tossed out. He gets dove on. And then Ciampa dives on both of them.
Yeah.
It's like, God.
Ciampa and Gargano were just running the gauntlet on these guys.
That team was on fire.
Yeah, no, just great work.
Would that be a thing?
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe we can even get some fire going when.
On fire.
We definitely didn't expect this match to be as long as it was,
Yeah,
nor Ciampa and Gargano to get as much offense as it did, but they ran the match.
Yeah, and Gargano got the smallest guy in the hot match, got the hot tag against Corbin, the biggest guy in the match.
Yeah.
And he bumped him a bunch, gave him the cheetah swipe kick. It was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah.
It's my buddy.
So before the match, we were talking about it, and he called The only way Ciampa and Gargano were gonna win was if Rhyno accidentally gored Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
And we got the setup for it.
It got so close. Corbin grabbed Gargano and started feeding him into the gore, and it just looked like it was the perfect setup. And Gargano actually moved out of the way.
He jumped over Rhyno.
But Corbin also got out of the way.
Yeah.
Didn't get gored.
Yeah. He dodges the gore, which causes Rhyno to actually tumble out. Ciampa's already been tossed out. Gargano rolls up Baron Corbin. Corbin kicks out. Gargano comes off the ropes. Actually, ducks a clothesline, comes off the ropes the other side, and gets caught with the end of days. Corbin pins Gargano, and Rhyno and Corbin move on.
The Cinderella story is over.
It was so
Before it even
close.
started.
Such a good tease.
Yeah.
It was so well done, and I'm super impressed with Gargano and Ciampa. Like, I already liked them before, but
Let's
now
have them back, guys.
they've really made their mark in NXT, and it's great. We have a backstage interview with the Vaudevillains talking about how they've advanced in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and it makes being tag team champions even sweeter.
And it's cool because they're going to have a match in Houston.
Yes.
First takeover to come from Texas.
Yes.
As part of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. You know, Dusty, Texas boy.
Absolutely.
So, and they want to be the tag team champions and the winners of the Dusty Classic.
But Alexa Bliss says that's going to be hard to do if you're not tag team champions, because next week on NXT, Blake and Murphy are getting their rematch for the tag team titles.
Snap, son.
And,
well, Blue Pants is back at the clearance rack where she belongs. Come on! It's just gonna sound like you called her a cunt.
No.
That was better. I liked it. Well done, sir.
I'll cut out that first one. No, I won't. Yeah, I mean, are they gonna get someone in their corner to take care of Alexa, or is she just gonna be like, not a thing anymore? Is she just not gonna be an issue for them?
I almost feel like what'll happen is she'll try and get involved, the ref will catch her and send her to the back.
Oh, or maybe she'll just get too feisty right at the beginning and get tossed out.
Something. I think she will. She'll get involved and the ref will send her away.
Yeah. Alright, so now we have the return. Since winning the NXT Women's Champion, Bayley is back in the NXT arena.
Yeah.
She is all kinds of hyped up. She's running through the crowd. She's high-fiving people.
She's
hugging.
bringing Izzy into the ring.
That was so cool. Izzy got to do the whole taunt. She has her own NXT Women's Championship. They're doing the taunt and everything. Very cool.
And high-fived their belts together. She high-fived the floppy dudes.
Yeah. Hey, man, Bayley is on cloud 9 right now.
Floppy dudes.
She's gonna high-five everybody. But she ends up taking on Sarah Dobson,
A.K.A. Crazy Mary Dobson.
who we've seen has come up in
AIW,
CZW?
sometimes CZW.
We've talked about her many times
WSU.
on the indie news. Sarah Dobson actually took control of this match and really played into the sympathetic babyface that is Bayley.
It's the best way to go with Bayley.
Yeah, and it worked. I mean, Dobson.
Bayley's such a lovable person.
Yeah, and watching her get beat down, no one wants to see it.
Yeah, everyone cries.
Dobson right off the bat with that cool little cartwheel double back kick that she did.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I've never seen that before. But yeah, she was just super physical. Used a lot of holds and everything just to kind of ground Bayley. Lots of very vicious strikes while keeping her down. Bayley ends up making the comeback. Kind of runs through the gauntlet of her usual stuff. She does the double the back elbow into the corner, and then ultimately wins with the belly to Bayley, picking up the win. Crowd's going nuts.
Yeah.
The crowd is absolutely in love with Bayley. Fuck that one guy that was in San Jose. You're still the only person in the world that doesn't like Bayley.
For real.
So
If
yeah,
I would have had a beer at the time, I would have thrown it on you.
you should have bought a beer just specifically to throw it at him.
I thought about it. But then I bought a soda instead, and I had to drink it because it was so damn hot.
It was a hot fucking building. It was 5,000 of us just going nuts for NXT. So
Yeah.
So
all the body heat was
Yeah.
happening.
it was good shit.
Including
So
JR. I think he puts up a lot of body heat.
he's a big dude. Bayley gets on the microphone. She's ready to just thank people. She wants to just express all the love that she's been getting
And
since.
she only gets 2 words in.
Holy cow, guys!
Holy
Cute.
moly, I think it was.
Oh yeah, holy moly, guys! Cue Sasha Banks. We saw Sasha Banks actually roll up in a SUV earlier in the show
I think the same one she rolled in with
at Takeover.
at the TakeOver
Probably.
title match.
So yeah, she shows up, and at first it's actually a really cool moment because Sasha's like, you know what? You earned my respect at TakeOver.
Yeah.
You and I had what people are calling the best match of the night. We stole the show. Some people are saying it is the match of the year. But that's not what she's there to do. She is there to be the best. And for 3 seconds, Bayley was better. But she's still not Sasha Banks. And Sasha wants to prove that she is better than Bayley. And Bayley's like, all right, whenever you want a rematch, whatever you want to do, do you want to do it right now? You want to do it next week? When do you want to have the match? And she's like, no, I don't just want to beat you once. And Bayley's like, okay, you want a 2 out of 3 falls? And she goes, no, I want to beat you again and again and again. And the crowd...
And again, and again,
and on,
again,
and on, and on. The crowd already knows what's coming.
Yeah.
They can already
they're
say...
chanting Iron Woman.
Cue William Regal.
Who's the Iron Woman?
Yes. William Regal comes out and says, you know what?
WWE's Willem Dafoe.
He makes it official that at NXT TakeOver, which is now being NXT TakeOver Respect, for the first time ever, the main event of TakeOver will be Sasha Banks getting her rematch for the NXT Women's Championship in a 30-minute Iron Woman match.
Yeah, so first off, and I mean, I can't think of it ever happening before, but has there ever been a female Iron Man match in WWE that you can recall?
No, not that I can recall. I've been watching wrestling for 16 years now. I can't think of
So,
one.
I mean, there's that one
Yeah.
thing. But then 2, they're the main event.
Yeah. There's only been one female main event that I can recall in WWE, and that's when Trish and Lita main evented Raw. But this is an NXT pay-per-view, technically.
Yeah.
There's never been a female main event of a pay-per-view.
Yeah. So check it out, guys. This is happening.
This is a big fucking deal.
Let's rock it.
And, I mean, we can't expect any less from these 2 girls. They kicked ass in Brooklyn. I'm so excited to see what they do. We know the match is going to be a half hour long. So they've got 30 minutes to just fucking kill it. And I mean, we could...
I want to make the proposal. And I doubt if anybody from WWE is going to watch this.
Probably not.
But, just in case, or if somebody who knows somebody who works in WWE watches this.
Just pass it along.
Yeah. Why don't we have the 3 teams from the Divas Revolution main event Survivor Series? Have it be a 3 against 3 against 3 elimination tag match. Not the same way they did it that time, the first time, but Survivor Series style, where each person from each team has to be eliminated.
That would make it a lot less messy than it was at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make it the main event. Because people will eat that shit up.
Yeah. And
They will eat that booty like groceries.
Sasha.
You'd want to see it.
What?
You'd want to see
Oh, I would. Absolutely.
Divas main event at a pay-per-view.
These girls are proving themselves every single week, and they deserve all of the time in the world. People should be focusing on this because they are doing amazing things, and it is absolutely awesome that they are on the level, if not higher than the guys right now.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing to see, especially in the WWE atmosphere.
Hey, WWE, another request. Let's knock off this whole gender issue rule.
Let's get guys versus girls.
Come on.
Let's do this shit.
It happens all over the place.
You did it on Tough Enough. Why can't we do it on the main round?
Yeah, they did it on Tough Enough. I saw Billy Gunn shoulder block a woman.
No, when they did the actual matches, they did Tanner versus Georgia, I think.
Yeah. If it's good enough for the trainees, it should be good enough for you guys.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, look at AIW. They have an entire pay-per-view based off of intergender matches.
Battle of the Sexes, come on. This is
PWG, Chikara. It happens all over the place.
And Chikara is PG.
Yeah.
They are specifically PG, but they still allow their guys and girls to compete.
Guys
against
versus
one
girls, girls versus girls, guys versus guys, guys versus bears, girls versus bugs.
And here's the thing.
Sometimes a guy versus a snake.
Here's the thing. I understand why people are so against this. It's because when little boys watch this, they think it's okay to beat up on girls. No. When little boys think it's okay to beat up on girls, that's shitty parenting. What this is people competing. If you talk to any of these women in this sport, they will say, I'd love to compete against one of the guys. Ronda Rousey would love to beat the fuck out of Floyd Mayweather. Let it happen. If the girls are choosing to do it, let it happen. It's competition. It's not
Totally consensual.
Yes, it is. They are allowing
Yes
it to
means
happen.
yes.
Don't know, and no means no. Give them the option.
And they will say yes.
Yes.
If you book it, fans will come.
And with that being said, we're going to move on to a couple quick little news stories before we get out of here.
Their banter was the main event, by the way.
Yes, it was. So we had a few just crazy news stories a couple weeks ago, so we're going to...
Yeah, the last few weeks have had some strange happenings involved in the world of wrestling, including 30-year-old murder cases and racist divas.
Yes. Nothing... Okay, so as far as the racist divas, WWE actually did an investigation, and it seems as though the tweets that were put up by Jasmine were not actually put up by her. Someone actually got control of her Twitter account and posted those specifically just to kind of degrade her. So WWE has already addressed that situation. They've kind of pushed it by the wayside, so there shouldn't be any issues with Jasmine unless something like this pops up again. As far as murder and abuse, we have Jimmy Superfly Snuka will be going in. He will appear in court at 9:30 a.m. on Monday. He's being charged with third-degree murder of his girlfriend back in 1983. And then Bram actually, he pled not guilty to the strangulation case, and he will be in court on Monday as well.
Also at 9:30?
Not at 9:30, and I don't know where, but...
I was going to say, this is Monday Night Wars all over again.
Yeah. No, he's...
The Monday Morning Wars.
Yeah. No, he's... So they'll both... We'll have potential updates next week on the midweek wrap-up. What the court hearings are, what kind of sentencing happens, if at all. So we'll find out next week. And then just a quick little note. We talked about last week that Sarah Lee had arrived back at the Performance Center, had started her training to eventually get up to NXT. It also seems that the entire Final Four of Tough Enough have been signed, because we know Josh and Sarah Lee won. Amanda has actually been shooting scenes for Total Divas, and this past week, ZZ was signed to a developmental contract as well.
Interesting.
And then there's also...
Amanda belongs on Total Divas.
That's all
she's a reality bitch.
That's all she's fucking good for. And also, Tanner has gone back to his MMA fighting. Apparently WWE hasn't actually offered him a developmental deal yet, but he still wants to be in pro wrestling, so there could be something there, but nothing official as of yet. So yeah, I mean, we're getting some new talent in. We'll have to see where they go, and I think this is good. You know, give them some time to fucking learn their stuff, so we forget that they were on Tough Enough. Granted, we'll probably be reminded once they come up, but I'd rather these people get repackaged into something and me not know who they are. I think it would be
that'd be difficult, at least especially for Josh
and ZZ.
ZZ can't not be ZZ, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. But that's it for the midweek wrap up this week. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and click all those links. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the midweek shows, what you think about these news stories.
Who's your pick to win the NXT Dusty Classic?
Yeah.
If you haven't read spoilers yet.
What'd you think about Ciampa and Gargano's match against Rhyno and Corbin?
Do we want to see more of Ciampa and Gargano on NXT?
Yeah, we do.
Post in the comments. Show your support.
Or you can post on any of those links, like our Facebook, our Tumblr, all of our Twitters. You can comment on photos we post on Instagram.
Post in the comment below if you want to see Shinron the Spirit Dragon be in NXT.
Hell yeah.
Doing his flips and shit.
Freaking amazing. Thanks for liking the thing that I posted, Shinron. Appreciate it. Also, thanks to all you that have been liking and sharing and favoriting all those videos on Tumblr. All the comments you guys have been leaving. This is cool. People are talking to us and people are actually giving a shit. It's awesome.
Only took us a year.
Doesn't matter. Thanks for watching. Check out that playlist. We got a Raw review up there. Sorry it was a little late. Technical difficulties. But
happens.
We also have this midweek wrap up. You can also check out the SmackDown rundown. And then later in the week we will have predictions for Night of Champions. And we will have the indie news as well. Episode 66, moving right along. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.